Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. As you can see, this is part 2 to the Survivor Series War Games Build-A-Figure Nick Aldis series. We've got the 1-2-3 Kid. We also do have the JD McDonough that's also on the back of the box, as you can see here. We just need the Bret Hart and the camouflage face paint Cody Rhodes. I'm super excited to have this in hand. Of course, I have the legs and the head because of this X-Pac 1-2-3 Kid, whatever you want to call him. He does technically go by both monikers, as 1-2-3 Kid was his first gimmick. But with all that being said, why don't we get 1-2-3 Kid out of his plastic prison so we can go over him and his accessories now, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got 1-2-3 Kid out of his plastic prison, we can go over his little bit of accessories that he comes with and the Build-A-Figure part he comes with. I did grab the extra set that I have just to kind of show off what that looks like as well, just in case you may have missed the JD McDonough review. But yeah, so as far as accessories go, he only comes with 3 different sets of interchangeable hands. He has a set of fist hands already plugged in for a nice little brawl to happen. He's got a set of mic holding / weapon holding hands here. And then he's also got a set of 2 sweet me hands, maybe you could call them like the devil like rock horn things, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna probably use them like 2 sweet me hands, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, the more important piece here, the Nick Aldis Build-A-Figure head looking really beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Never imagined having a Magnus head scan in Mattel form, and well, I get it, he goes by Nick Aldis now, but when I first watched that man, he was known by Magnus and TNA, so maybe we'll have to try to get a custom of that, like, man's ring gear, so I can swap the head scans on the suited body and whatnot, because I do plan on getting the other 2 figures from this wave just so I can get the Nick Aldis Build-A-Figure. But enough talk, enough said, whatever you want to say. Let's get into this action figure review all the way, now that we're all set with the hands and stuff of that nature. First things first, this is my first 1-2-3 Kid, so seeing the head scan for like the first time, because I don't think they've used any other head scan really for 1-2-3 Kid. I think it's always just been like this kind of straight face scan, which I think it looks really damn good. Even has the little bit of the like headband like wrapping out of the hair, which is kind of a neat thing. I don't know if that's how it was, but that's because I didn't grow up in this era, so I wasn't really watching like classic wrestling a bunch. Though of course 1-2-3 Kid versus Razor Ramon, super iconic. But yeah, I do really dig the way this head scan looks. You've got the purple bandana or headband, whatever you want to call it, that says Kid underneath where the hair sits. It doesn't say anything else that I'm aware of, and if it does, it's hidden very well underneath that nice black hair that he has. Of course, you've got 2 black elbow pads. You've got a nice set of red wrist tape, bare arms too, so you know, maybe this would work out for like a custom that you'd want if you don't really want the figure itself, but you need the Build-A-Figure part, unless you buy the head scan separately, I guess. But you've got the nice one-piece singlet, I want to say they're called, because he's got the tights and singlet combo. It has 1-2-3 on the back. Of course, it's got Kid on the front. Same thing on the sides. You've got Kid here with 1-2-3 going down the sides. Nice black knee pads. Of course, we all appreciate these knee pads. Pinless double knees. Double jointed knees, double knees. That's a fucking great term there. It's like I'm calling a wrestling match live. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired as shit. I haven't slept yet, and I worked last night, so that was fun. And then Raw was on early, so I stayed up mainly to watch that, but I also got this figure yesterday, so I kind of felt like I needed to get this review out of the way a little bit despite my tiredness. But I do love the way these kick pads look, without getting too far off topic here, just because, well, we're here for the figure review, not my life story. We've got the nice red and gold trim on the front face of these kick pads. Of course, two-piece separate kick pads, kind of like how the CM Punk kick pads are. We've got the nice white, black, red and gold lower half of the gear here, very resemblant of X-Pac's later gear. Of course, I don't think he really changed it all that much. Do have that little blemish there in the purple there, though. That's a little upsetting on my end, but that's kind of just whatever. At least it all looks really damn good, and I'm not gonna lie, I did of course play with this a little bit off camera, and it does seem to be posing like a champ as well. Shouldn't need any hot water treatment, though the one leg isn't going up as high as the other, so maybe a little bit of hot water treatment wouldn't hurt. But I don't know if I'm gonna go out of my way really to do that with this figure, as, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, what the fuck am I using 123 Kid for? Let's be real, if I want to use them, I'll just use the X-Pac figure I own. Which, I mean, I used to own the first ever X-Pac Elite, the original black and green Elite, but I do now own the SummerSlam Build-A-Figure, which kind of just wish I had the tattoo on the shoulder there that comes on the first ever Elite, but I know this was before he got that tattoo, I want to say. Either way, I digress. I'll just be using X-Pac instead of using 123 Kid, but since we've got him out and we can do a little bit of an action figure comparison, like I said, the gear isn't really all that much different. Though I will say the torsos are slightly different, as 123 Kid has a smaller like chest area. If you want to go into the like specifics, I think the waist is also a little bit smaller too. Maybe the whole formula all around is just a tad bit slimmer compared to X-Pac, but the one thing I immediately noticed, if I could get them both to fucking focus, was how much more definition the X-Pac has in his chest compared to him over here. Either way, both really solid figures, and at the end of the day, this 123 Kid is a really solid figure. I almost called him fucking X-Pac again. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, why don't we get them all posed up and we can just get into our final thoughts now, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got 123 Kid in his final pose, throwing up the devil horns, doing the good old rock and roll like hands, I guess. I don't know exactly what you want to call them. You could say they're too sweet me hands, you could say they're that. Whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, when it comes down to this figure, at a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rank it? Honestly, I'll say it right now, it is a really solid figure before I do give the number scaling. It does pose a little iffy on the one leg, but other than that though, it's really solid. It has that little paint chip, but other than that, I can't really say anything bad. And that's why I'm gonna have to give this 123 Kid a good old solid 7 out of 10. Not that a 7 out of 10 is bad by any means. I think as long as you're 6 and above, you're a good solid figure. Once you hit that halfway mark, there's too many issues to look past, and that in my opinion is never a good thing. But a good solid 7 here on a 10 I feel works just as well as any other rating you may have, as well as Well, we do gotta do the Dave Meltzer star scaling. So, on the good old scale of 1 to Young Buck match, we gave him a good solid 7 out of 10. So it only makes sense to give him a good solid, what, 3 out of 5 stars? I think 3 out of 5 works. You could say a 3.5, 4 works for 8. So, I think that works quite well. But yeah, I don't really have all that much really left to say about this figure. It is really solid, but yeah, I guess on that note, if you guys liked the video, feel free to like the video, but if you guys didn't, well, womp womp, I guess. But if you guys did, feel free to maybe go check out some of my other action figure videos. I haven't really posted too much, but almost 2 weeks ago, I posted an action figure review on the Monday Night Wars series Hulk Hogan. I found it randomly at Walmart and I figured why not pick it up, especially with his passing. Not to get clicks or nothing, but I don't have many Hogans in my collection. I only have 2 now that I picked that one up. And I'm honestly looking into maybe getting a couple more just to have a little diversity in the Hogan collection. But other than that, we've got some nice pick fed episodes here, all doing well number wise in my opinion. We got the Dexter Loomis review there. It was my 3rd year anniversary a few weeks ago, so we did post quite a bit throughout those few the few weeks, the good old week leading up to that day, and just a bunch of different shit. Realistically, if you want to go check it out, I highly recommend you do so. We do also have playlists for a lot of that stuff, but that doesn't matter. What does matter at the end of the day, if you guys could feel free to help me out here on this one, if you guys could hit that subscribe button and help us get to the good old goal of 500, aka the half a thousand sub mark. We are currently sitting at 428. Actually was sitting at 427 earlier. I gained a subscriber throughout the afternoon before doing this review, which is actually quite nice and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess realistically, if you guys stuck around this long, thank you for even bothering to watch this, because I feel like I sounded a little bit monotone. I'm not really uppity and cheery like I am. I'm very low on my energy, but oh well, I guess. When it comes down to it at the end of the day, I've been working hard on the Fed, and well, not just that, but I've been just busting my ass at work trying to make sure I don't slack too much there and stuff. Sorry for the yawn, but yeah, on that note, have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I'm not in your time zone. I just know I don't want to yap your ear off too much longer. But yeah, I guess on that note, I digress. Deuces, ooses. Yeet.